Hi, welcome back to Food Travel Shopping Channel, and you're watching another episode of Let's Talk Staub here. If you're new to my channel, I do a lot of Staub topic, specifically reviewing and unboxing. So if this is something that you like to watch, please consider to subscribe. I also do my other series on restaurant remake where I attempt to recreate some of the favorite restaurant dishes. So if those are your interests, come along and join the community here by subscribing. It's free. Just go ahead and click on that red subscribe button, and you can also hit the bell notification so then you'll be notified for every weekly new video that I post. So today's topic is why I am disappointed in this particular stove piece. This is not an unboxing, guys, but of course I have to show you what's in this box. So, all right, so that's the lid. Let me just remove it. And let me just take this out. Okay, so let's take a look at what comes with the box here. As I mentioned, there's the care booklet, there's the lid. Let me just take the lid out here just to show you. There's the glass lid, which goes on there perfectly. Now, why I am a little bit disappointed in this particular piece, as you all know, I have taken out my perfect wok right next to it. And I was thinking, because I had a similar style of pan, which is a non-stick pan, but I wanted to replace it because it's better to cook with anything with like a cast iron without those non-stick coating, because those can be toxic and stuff like that. So I was looking for a replacement piece. Unfortunately, when this came, I thought, the size would be okay, and so I went and ordered it. But unfortunately, I feel like this size is quite small, okay? So it's quite small in terms of what I wanted to do with this, because I was thinking, instead of using my daily, the daily use of my wok, I can use something smaller. But I didn't know it was that small. So the pricing here was, with discount, I think I got this around $170, something like that, or $150. I don't remember exactly how much, but it was on promotion. So I was figuring, maybe I should just order it and see how it looks like. So this is called a perfect, this is what they call the daily pan, and this is the perfect wok. So you can see the size comparison here. I mean, it is definitely like one size smaller than the wok. So I feel like this is not going to be useful for me because I have a lot of stove pieces, right? But at the same time, now that I have so many stove pieces, like, is it worth getting a daily pan with a perfect wok in your kitchen? So today, I am debunking that question. For me is no. For some of you guys might still want to get this piece, and I'm not saying that this piece is not good at all. That's just, it just doesn't suit what I wanted to use it for, okay? So it's a great pan. If I didn't have the wok, maybe this was a good thing to use in terms of doing my stir fry. But I'm gonna tell you why I don't like this one, because I wish it's just a little bit bigger, and if it's a little bit even taller as well. So let's just compare the height here. So, okay, so if you compare the height, it's not too much of a difference, but if it was just slightly taller, just to the same height of the perfect wok, I think this is a more user-friendly pan. And instead of 10 inches, maybe if they offer it in the 11 inches, I think that diameter would work really well. So, because sometimes I feel like, okay, so stir fry, this will not fit for a family of 4. This would probably good for a family of 2. If you are living in an apartment or condo, right, you're living by yourself, I would recommend this piece for yourself. There's no reason why you need to get a perfect wok this size for yourself, okay? So if you do a lot of stir fry, I think this is a great option for sure, but it just doesn't suit the need of my family, okay? Yes, normally I only have, my wife and I, but, occasionally we have, our parents over and stuff like that, so this wouldn't be so useful in terms of making the dish that I want to make. So that's why I am going to be returning this particular piece. Now, the return is something that I need to discuss with you all. In this time and age, Zwilling is gonna make you pay for the shipping to be shipped back. So they're making you to fill out a printable form that you have to write by hand, which is very silly in my opinion. So a little warning for any one of you guys who are thinking about buying something online and then you can always return it. Yes, they do have a 60 days return policy. But in my opinion, I think it's quite silly in terms of making the customer pay for shipping to be shipped back. Okay, so if some of you guys are okay with that, and I'm not a big complainer. Okay, so sometimes as a consumer we should really be mindful of what we are buying before we make the decision, so then we can avoid unnecessary transaction like the shipping charges and stuff like that. So I am willing to go mail this back to them. I pay it out of my pocket, which is fine. But the most silly thing is they make you print out a form to fill out by hand. And you need to write out the model number and then the reason why you're returning, etc. to be shipped in the box. Why can't they have a shipping label for them to identify when you ship the piece back? Usually there's an invoice, right? In most companies would have an invoice in the box, and then they have a return label. So why can't they have something like that? Why are we doing manual work here where we gotta print out labels and we gotta write by hand and all that stuff? It's silly, okay? So that's just a little annoying part that I found it. But 60 days return, the caveat is you gotta pay for the shipping, all right? So, I don't know, what do you guys think about this kind of policy? Feel free to comment below. I just wanted to share this with you all. This is a very unusual content that I'm sharing because most of the time I am, buying a stove piece and I'm keeping it. And this is really my first time that I am not 100% satisfied in terms of the size. Not the product quality, nothing like that. It just doesn't suit the need in terms of this size for me. I would love to hear from you if you have the perfect daily or the daily pan. What do you guys think? What are you, do you like it? Are you using it all the time? So I found that why have a duplicate when I have the perfect wok? So my perfect wok is always on my stovetop all the time because in a Chinese home, we use the wok all the time. So this is like a staple, like why even put it away? I just leave it out on the stove. And why have a duplicate? That's what my reasoning is. So that is today's topic on Let's Talk Stove. And like I said, I would love to hear some of your comments. If you have experience with the perfect wok, why do you like the perfect wok? If you have the daily pan, why do you like the daily pan? So I would love to hear some of your comments. And also, if you have any other questions about the stove products and things that you want me to discuss on my channel about stove, please put it in the comment below because I would love to address some of those questions that you might have before you buying your first stove pieces. So Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Let's Talk Stove. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification for the latest video and update. And don't forget to give me a big thumbs up by hitting that like button below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Let's Talk Stove.